Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my Swtor brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing today in a galaxy far, far, far? Ooh, I smell some toxicity. Away! If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button for all your Swtor fun news, guides, and updates right here and right now. My friends, one of y'all wonderful people within my community said, Boomy, I found a video that you need to watch. Granted, it's 3 years old, but still pertinent to everything that's going on in Swtor. Well, not everything. Player base, people within the community, douche canoes, toxic twit sticks, all those people. Someone was bullied. Typically, I mean, I'll watch these videos like, okay, whatever. But I watched a little bit of it, you know, let's be honest here. And yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So they asked for a reaction, and I don't typically do reaction videos of other people's stuff, so we're going to react to DarthShadie Lavellan, if I get this correct, the Dragon Age Tarot lady, which, hey, party on, I'm down with tarot. If you've watched anything from my scary stories with Boomy, I believe that's the name of the playlist, you know that I am steeped into the spiritual world. And no, seriously, I totally am. So I watched some of her other videos, and they are pretty cool. So make sure you hit her like buttons. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Follow her. Do all the things there. Tell her Boomy sent you. But yeah, we're going to react to this video about her being bullied in Star Wars The Old Republic by a couple players in a Flashpoint. So, well, let's just get to it, huh?
Don't think you're a better person, and it gives you the right to bully other people just because your gear in the game is better. Hello, darlings.
Hello.
It's gaming rant time.
Uh-oh.
And I haven't done these in quite a while, so strap in. And my freezer just started. So at the time that I'm recording this happened yesterday. I got bullied in Swtor. Yes.
So this is fresh. This is fresh off the boat. So I can understand her frustration.
Bullied. Being an adult. Bullied. I'm still baffled. So I was on one of my favorite characters, my sniper, Shader, Chiss, whom I've been playing for a while. You know, I'm no longer an active subscriber in Swtor, but you know, quick backstory. I go in a few times a year. Instead of just getting the 1 week for free of subscription time, I actually paid for 2 months of sub time. And so I've been playing on different alts, and I've been trying.
I mean, how many of y'all, her story is your story, right? You sub every once in a while, you really kind of just go in every once in a while, see how things are going. You go in and you're like, oh, I see nothing's changed. Oh, it got worse. Okay, I'm out. Or you're just going for a little bit player tunes, your favorite tunes, hers being the sniper, party on there. And then you're just like, oh, okay, party on. So, right, off the bat, I think, she right here, I feel is like a typical Swtor player, and I'm here for it. I like her, she's cool.
To prioritize the characters I haven't played in ages. So anyway, I've been leveling.
Don't we all have a couple of those?
And so recently I hit 75. Last night, I enter Flashpoint. After doing multiple Flashpoints this week, even just with the same character with various characters. It's in the middle of a Flashpoint. So I arrive in the middle of a Flashpoint. That means someone left the group.
You never know what you're going to get yourself into when that happens. Whether you're in World of Warcraft as a dungeon or Star Wars The Old Republic with a Flashpoint or any massive MMO game, right? And you get right into the middle of a fight, you're like, oh crap, what happened? It's like you're walking right into some family drama. You're not quite sure how it's going to end and how it's going to work out. And you're just like, I'm just here for some gear and some fun. Please don't hate me.
They're at a specific boss fight, and it's very difficult to do that specific boss without a tank, and we're all DPS. So, you know, and someone mentioned that at some point it was the 5th try, it was the 3rd try with me in the group, meaning they had wiped twice before I joined the group. But right away...
So automatically, it's not her. They've already wiped a couple of times, so it's not her. So right there, I just solved your 20-minute video. It's not her. So, yeah.
From the first wipe, after I join, 2 of the players start criticizing me for the way that I'm playing, which is no different than the way I always play this character. And it's not the typical like, oh, you should probably be the one hitting the Kolto tanks because you're taking more aggro than your gear can handle right now, or I wasn't the highest level, but the other day it was like, oh, you're the highest level, you're taking the most aggro, here's a strategy, you know, like, no strategizing or anything like that. Just plain out criticizing me and then saying, you don't know how to play. You're bad.
Oh, man, you gotta love those people. And I don't mean that sincerely. Gotta love the people who are just like, you just don't know how to play, man. It's all your fault. While they're the ones standing in the poo. And yet they're, you know, like, she's not a healer on this one, obviously. But, you know, you have those, the DPS and the tanks out there who are like, man, healer, you suck. You don't know how to play. You don't know how to play your class. But your healer's like, but you're standing in the poo. There's only so much I can do. So I'm just going to stand here and watch you die. Oh, my God. I'm really not happy about this.
Bad player. You don't know how to play this game. So I'm like, hello? I've been playing since Rise of the Hutt Cartel, okay? Even if I am no longer an active subscriber, like, I've been playing since Rise of the Hutt Cartel. I think I know how to play this game. And I have a character in every single class, except Gunslinger, which I created one last night. So there, but I haven't played a Gunslinger, so I was like, okay. But like,
so right off the bat, we're 2 minutes in. She's a veteran, so she knows this game. She knows the tunes. She knows them probably basically like a lot of us. She probably knows them far better than I do. That's for damn sure. But believe me, I've been playing since the same amount of time. I came in right around the Hutt Cartel, and I couldn't tell you what the hell I'm doing most of the time anyway. So, yeah. So I feel you.
Like, I have 25 characters. Like, I don't know if that's something I should be proud of. And it's not just like,
man, I know people with a lot more than that. So
that you created at a higher level, or is this your first time playing a sniper or whatever? Just accusatory and just very attacking, you know, right off the bat. So obviously I'm like defensive, because I'm like, whoa, okay, why am I being I feel affronted. Why are these people talking to me like this? Like, you're not wiping because of me, you know? So I'm like, well, this boss fight is difficult without a tank, nearly impossible. So I'm like, this is practically impossible. And they're like, no, that's not true, whatever. I've done it without a tank for like tactical flashpoints, duh. But nearly impossible. Like, we wipe a lot without an actual tank to take the aggro off everyone else. So I'm being berated and accused of not knowing how to play, not knowing how to play a sniper, not even being called noob. Like, I've been called noob before. Call me a noob if I'm acting like a noob, you know? Or like sometimes like I feel like a noob. No, not even saying the word noob. Just like, you don't know how to play. We're wiping because of you. Like, no, you wiped before I arrived here anyway. So maybe that's why the other person left, you know, like really attacking me. And then they...
Well, right there, the other people left. So it makes you wonder just why those other people left. Probably because of the 2 douche canoes who are thinking their shit doesn't smell and they know how to play everybody's class, right? They are the masters and commander of everything in Star Wars: The Old Republic. And then everyone leaves and they're like, well, they're just like, not even noobs. They didn't even call her a noob. They downgraded her from noob to basement dweller. Not even basement dweller. And that's ridiculous. That's a bunch of shenanigans right there, because obviously this is all on them. Granted, sometimes we suck and sometimes we go into a situation, to a flashpoint in a dungeon, and maybe our gear does suck. Maybe we are sucking that night. Maybe we've had a bit too much whiskey or whatnot, and it's just not working out. And someone, you know, steps aside and says, hey, you should probably do this, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you'd be like, okay, cool. But then, you know, it's like she said, it's like all about how you confront the person, you talk to them. But if you come off accusatory, you come off like a complete douche canoe immediately, it's just not going to end well. And there's no coming back from that.
Check my gear. So I'm at level 75. I dinged level 75 recently, but like in Swtor, you get like this renown thing. So you keep gaining XP after you hit the max level, which right now it's 75, And so you can keep getting gear.
Remember, this is 3 years
set
ago.
Of gear from the Onslaught expansion, which I have not done on Shader. I have my reasons for it. I don't need to justify myself to players when I enter Flash. Oh, by the way, long paragraph of text of backstory of why I have level 70 gear. I didn't do Onslaught because I want to record it, and I can't really do recordings with audio anymore because the quality is really poor. It keeps degrading, and I'm saving up for a new laptop. I don't need to explain all that to these people.
I feel you, sister. I'm doing the same thing.
You can level in multiple ways, and so I leveled through flashpoints. I'm waiting to do Onslaught later, but I don't need to tell them this. Who cares? You know, I'm telling you this. Maybe you care. I care. Because it's my character.
I know my community
like,
cares.
It doesn't matter for the Flashpoint. So I dinged 75 recently during the Gree event. I wasn't getting the proper drops, which is funny because on another character that dinged 75 just this week, I got amazing drops of gear. So it's not very proportionate, or maybe it was...
Yeah, it's not her fault. It's the RNG gods. It's their fault. I've had times like that where no gear drops at all, no matter what game I'm playing. And then randomly on a toon I'm not really caring about, all the loot drops for them. I'm like, why can't you drop for my main character, the one I play the most? No? Okay, well screw you, RNG gods.
It was a bug. I don't know. I don't care. When I have the drops, I put in the good gear. So I'm level 70 gear at level 75. Okay, so maybe I'm getting more aggro than my gear can handle. That's why there are Kolto tanks, and that's why I'm not doing hard mode or anything like that, you know? Just having fun here, because that's why I play, to have fun. So, duh.
God forbid you have fun playing a game. There are those people out there who, gaming, that's it. There is no such thing as fun. This is our lives, because we haven't touched the skin of a girl in so long. Or grass, for that matter. Yeah, there are those people out there, man, who, like, it's like, me, it's fun. Her, it's fun. To you guys, it's fun. Something we do to relax. We have busy real life stuff going on. We just go into a game to have fun, relax, and just enjoy it. And these type of people just suck all the fun out of everything. You just imagine how these people are in real life. Good God. Actually, I can guarantee you these people would never go up to a stranger or to someone else and behave the way they do, like they do online. In the game and probably everywhere else. Guarantee it right now. The balls that they do not have.
Why else would you play? Like, if not just to have fun. So then it start berating me for the gear, for the level 70 gear at level 75. It was like, just didn't drop. Like, okay, whatever. You know, like, how can you even be in this game? Like, like freaking elitists, man. And I mean, back when level 55 was the max, I played with elitists, but I was on my main Rosie and I had purple gear.
Yeah,
like
I have that so cosmetics.
They always found
transmog.
a way to politely tell me that my gear was crap type thing, according to them. And I know that there are some operations and hard modes you need a specific type of gear, but this is a tactical. And you do the tactical so that gear, that level 75 gear drops. And on Fleet, which is where you can buy several things, you have several gear vendors, but there's no level 75 gear vendor. There's level 70 and that's it. So I'm like, why do you think I'm doing this Flashpoint? Why do you think I'm enjoying like playing, you know, so that I can get the gear? Anyway, I don't need to justify myself to these people, to these elitists, these bullies. And so, like, really, like...
They're buttheads.
Really, like, 6-year-olds in the schoolyard. It's a personal choice in-game to have leveled differently than doing the expansion, but it's not wrong. And then acting...
Right. Everyone levels and plays differently in a game. And so there are these jerks out there who are just like, nope, this is the way I play the game, and I've been playing this game since 1854. And it's the right way. And the rest of us are like, okay, that's good for you, Dave, but we all play and have different styles of playing. We'll eventually meet up with you, but let us get there on our own path. It's like some people's paths, they love to grind it, they love to go hardcore and just go straight into it, while other people just like to relax and have fun and just enjoy the story and go at their own pace. Neither is wrong. it's wrong when you start impeding your thoughts and your opinions and your play styles on other people and demanding them that's how you have to be. God, there's so many people out there like that in real life these days. But still, it's just let people be, man. Just let them peace, brother. Just let them be.
As though I'm the reason they keep wiping, as though I did something wrong and got caught. Ooh, Binky did something terrible. She's wearing lower tier gear. Such a terrible person. It should be illegal. Like, what? Anyway, they didn't say that. That's me that's me venting.
Let it go, man. Let it go. Let it all out.
That's one thing. So by this time, because of the language, because of the way
I feel like she plays with her hair as much as I play with my beard.
Players are communicating with me. I feel flustered. My ADD is kicking in, whatever. I'm feeling defensive. I'm feeling attacked. And I fall into the trap of justifying myself, which had I recognized earlier, like I should have just left the group earlier. But anyway, I meant to say that because they're saying that I don't know how to play, that I don't know this game, that whatever. So I meant to write that I've been playing for years, I know this game, and I've had this character for years, regardless of whether I've leveled him recently or not, What I ended up typing meant, because I switched things around and I forgot something else that was in my head. So what I ended up typing actually was saying that I've been playing this guy for years. But that is true. Like thinking of it, I'm like, yeah, I have been playing this guy for years, on and off. And just because I recently dinged 75 doesn't mean I haven't been playing him.
Haven't you done that, though, when you've had, like, a nice response in your head, you had it written down, you went through the editing, you made sure the grammar was perfect, you took some stuff out, and then as you're going through it, you hit send, and you reread it, and you're like, oh, God, that's not what I meant at all. Ah, crap. But then you can't redo it. You're stuck. You just have to let it go out in the ether, and then, hope it does what it does.
At all. I have had this character for years and been playing this character for years. Maybe not as long as my very first character, Rosie, on pub side, but
pub side, you lost me.
Was still accurate, is still true, and is still perfectly fine. It doesn't mean that I don't know how to play. It doesn't mean that the character should have better gear or I should have leveled him faster. I don't play every day. I don't play So then I realized that these people don't understand what I meant. And so I clarify.
Oh,
and then they're like, smells like bullshit, looks like bullshit. You don't at me, YouTube. Smells like BS, looks like BS, probably is BS. And then they start telling me that I'm a BS player, that I'm a BS person, that my character is BS. Like,
this is why you don't.
Like, what?
This is why you just leave. This is why you say your piece and you leave. You don't try to clarify yourself because it's just gonna go downhill right after that. These people are just not. No matter what you say, they think they are right, 100% of the time. And you're not going to dissuade them otherwise. You're not going to bring them to your side because they believe that they are right and the way they do things is the best possible thing to do in the world. And you are in the wrong because you don't do it like they do it. I'm telling you, how many times have people, put in the comment section below, how many times have you run into people like that? 100%, right? Everyone has. In game, out of game, doesn't matter. And no matter what you say or what you do, you're just beating your head against a wall.
What the F? What the fuck? I fell into the trap of
It's okay, you can cuss you, it's fine.
I'm like, okay, I should have not been communicating back with these people. I realize that now because in all the years that I've been healing from abuse and I've been researching all the types of abuse and bullying as part of it and stuff like that, I thought that I was better trained to recognize and to know what to do. But when you're in the moment and everyone's running around really fast, you're in a flashpoint and you're being attacked like that, in the moment it's like harder to assess. But at some point I stopped Shader, just standing there, and I was like, what am I feeling? So I did a bit of quick internal emotional literacy because I was like, And I was like, my hands were getting clammy. My heart was palpitating, was like beating really fast. I was feeling like really hot, and I was feeling afraid. Like I had this sense of wrongness.
What are feelings?
And sometimes if you can't recognize what is happening to you by the other person's behavior, sometimes you can recognize what is happening to you by how you're feeling. And so I did a quick assessment. What am I feeling?
And that's very awkward. We're not going to pause there. That's either way, she's 100% correct in this. And no matter what situation, right, you have to like keep an eye out on how you are reacting, how you're feeling from what you are interacting with. What is this thing causing you to do? What is the causation of all this stuff? How are you feeling? And in this situation, she's right. We all get stuck in this sometimes. You know, we can be the best trained, the best what. I mean, I have a degree in psychology. I've gone through all that rigmarole. So, but you still get stuck in these situations where you're in the heat of the moment. You get stuck in it, and then you say stupid things that you don't want to say, or you start feeding the trolls, and you didn't mean to. And then you have to, you know, like she said, you have to start realizing, wait a second, how's this making me feel? Where am I? Is this worth it to just keep doing this? I have learned that 99% of battles are not even worth fighting. And that goes with games, that goes with real life. Most of the crap out there are just tiny little molehills, and we as stupid humans make mountains of it because, damn it, we want to be right. We want to win. That is what we want to do. It's okay to walk away. It is perfectly fine. It is actually the best thing for you to do is just walk away from a situation like that. And, you know, she realized that and all that jazz and got out of it. But still, I mean, we've all been there.
Fear. And I was like, that's how bullying makes you feel and stuff. And I even went to see my notes about bullying and everything to make sure that I wasn't just imagining things. And yes, there are several layers. I was having an emotional flashback too, but they're like, it's a form of bullying. So I'm correct in that, and my playing is not wrong. I played with people with piss ass gear before, and you know, just help each other out.
I'm one of those people.
Give each other pointers, figure out a strategy, give each other tips and stuff. You know?
I mean, I can tell you what my gear rating is in World of Warcraft, but I have no freaking idea what it is in Swtor. I just go and beat things up. I just press buttons at this point in my career in Star Wars: The Old Republic. But yeah, I'm ashamed. A little bit, partially, not really.
You know, in a polite way. And I've played with very decent people as well, you know. But, oh my goodness. Maker preserve me. So when I realized what was happening, how I was feeling, I left the group, which happened to be right before the last boss fight.
Nice.
So I was like, I'm not taking this anymore. And then one of those players whispers me, which is like a message, like a private message, saying, "You just proved her point. You're so full of BS." I was like, ignore, which kind of sucks because when you ignore a player, like, okay, they've changed it. It's not just the one character on your character. It's your entire legacy that ignores their entire legacy. So you won't be grouped with them and they can't message you anymore.
Which I think is perfectly fine.
You get a pop-up saying that you ignored them. And so I was feeling, no, I don't want them to know. You know, like I was in that, you know, and I want to thank everyone on Twitter because I tweeted like many tweets. Plus tweet, because I was just, you know, hubby was sleeping and I was just like, what's going on? What am I feeling? I need support here right now, you know? So I'm very grateful to everything everyone said, all the support. I just took some time to assess how I was feeling, assess what happened.
I'm digging the music in the background. I hope I don't get copyright on that.
Check the chatting. Was like, okay, I did like that typo, but even what I typed, is still true and accurate and doesn't mean that I'm a bad person just for having level 70 gear at level 75. It's like they were acting as though I had done something wrong. And they were probably like thinking like, oh, you got caught. And like that's the feeling that I got. I was like, well, am I in the wrong? You know, did I do something wrong? And I was like, no.
And that's the thing with people like that. They will, especially people who are narcissists and all in, you know, narcissistic type people, they will do things to get you to the point where you feel like maybe I am wrong. Maybe they are right. Maybe I should be better. No, fuck them. You play how you want to play. And I've always said this, right? It's your $15 a month. You do with it as you please. If you don't like what the company's doing, and pull the $15 away. Stop spending money on it. If you don't like what, you know, what's going on in the game, play something else in the game, play a different game. If you don't like how things are going on in that one flashpoint, leave. And just leave. So if people are getting on your case about stuff, or people are just like saying, oh man, you're suck because your gear is blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're so cool. Look how big our dick is. Listen, typically you'll probably just need a magnifying glass to find it. But and also at the same time, they're trying to make themselves look like these big monoliths of elitism. Yes, we are the gods of this game. Leave. Don't interact. Don't feed the trolls. Just leave. Hit the ignore button and run away. That's why I turn general chat off most of the time, because I honestly don't care what people have to say in there, and I just don't want to. So, yeah, at this point, I don't know, I'm X-Gen, so I don't have feelings, and I could care less what people think. So, I don't know, but she's going about it the right way, so party on to her.
No. I'm nice, I'm polite, you know, like, what's your problem, man? And I even typed that, I was like, I shouldn't have typed it. I was like, dude, what's your problem? And I was like, okay, no, just leave the group. And I didn't want to go back on the character right away. I was just so riled up. I just did some dinky stuff, you know, did a few funsies on a few other characters. And then I went back on that character, did not remove my Vicarian legacy name. Yes, my legacy name is Vicarian. I've seen other players with Vicarian too, so we're like, woo, Garrus for the win. So I went back on that character.
I'm going to assume that's a Dragon Age thing.
Third person who wasn't saying anything. I don't know if that third player is of the same opinion as those other two and think that I'm a bad person just for having level 70 gear at level 75. So anyway, I went back and I did another flashpoint and it went well. You know, so like, get back on the saddle, you know, get back on that bike. You fall off, get back on. It really was, I was baffled because I'm an adult. I haven't been bullied like this since a long time. Some of you know I was in an abusive relationship in my early 20s. It's been a long time since then. I've done a lot of internal work, a lot of healing. You know, I'd like to think that I'm at an elite healing level where I would recognize these things or these things. I guess I was like, well, this can't happen to me because I've healed this, or I can't be targeted by.
Listen, I don't care how much therapy you've done, classes you've done, how strong you are. I don't care if you're Jordan Peterson. I don't care, Dr. Phil, whoever you are. We might, and I'm well trained in this, but I run into these situations every once in a while to where, yeah, the heat of that moment, something just falters a little bit, and you're just stuck in something for a little bit after that. But it's all about not necessarily getting into it. I mean, yeah, you learn and you get trained on how to not get yourself in the situations. But I would argue the most important part is how to get out of those situations and how to recognize that, oh shit, I'm in this situation, I need to get out, and how to climb that ladder out of that dark hole of douchebaggery. And which she has, obviously. Obviously, she's gone through some stuff. Obviously, she has the training and all that stuff. But like I said, you can be Jordan freaking Peterson, and you're still going to run into a situation to where you might lash out. You might feed the troll. And then you just have to stop yourself and get out and run away. And it's okay to run away sometimes. Totally okay. It's okay to just walk away and just be like, I'm done. I'm out. So just remember that. Most fights you don't even need to fight. Just don't. They're not even worth it.
By bullies or by, you know, just people being jerks. Like, I've met people being jerks online. It's like, I'm a jerk, whatever. You know, but really being attacked like that, it's been a very long time since that happened to me.
And I can see how
And
that's
I was
triggering.
really baffled that, wow, this happened to me, and this is how I'm feeling, and the wrongness, the fear, the what's going on, the questioning myself, the questioning of what I was writing, what I was saying, going back to see maybe I did do something wrong, maybe I did say something wrong, you know, and then going to see, no, and I haven't been playing this character any different than I've ever played him, you know. So it really was, it's
like those
really
little,
an experience.
things she puts
and
there
I
differently.
honestly thought that at my age, I wouldn't be the target of bullying like that, but it's, I guess it can happen to anyone at any age, and it's...
Dude, it doesn't matter what age we're in. We stop in high school, and we choose whether or not we want to grow up from high school, but there are so many people still stuck in high school. There's always going to be bullies. There have been in the beginning of the time, and there always will be. It's about whether or not you're going to stand up to those little shits and tell them that you're not going to take it, or you just, or different situations, you just walk away because it's not even worth your time. And more often than not, if you stand up to a bully, they will back down, because in the end, they are truly the coward, not you.
It's okay to feel, you know, those feelings, you know. It's just really took me by surprise, and really like, time for a rant. It calls for a rant. And I was telling my husband this morning, I was like, thank the maker, Dragon Age 4 is single player. One of you was asking what's wrong with multiplayer. The players. Not to bash on the good
What's wrong with it?
people.
The players.
Some genuinely nice people, and I've had some nice experiences in Swtor, being, you know, the Gree event, both factions playing the same area, both factions helping each other, people just being kind and friendly, figuring out strategy, giving each other tips.
And I would argue, in World of Warcraft, Star Wars: The Old Republic, multiplayer games in general, you will find that most of the people are down-to-earth, kind people. It's just everyone. I mean, yes, there are some games where you're just like, holy shit, this whole thing is just filled with douche canoes. But more often than not, you, in like the games I just stated, you're going to find a lot of good people. People who are willing to help, people who are just nice, are going to do stuff with and play with and just, you know, be friends and just have fun, because we all have a foundation called we're gamers, we're geeks, we're nerds, and we love playing this game X, Y, and Z. More often than not, yeah, those are the people you're going to find. But every once in a while, you run into those douche canoes, and man, they just make life interesting, don't they?
Tricks and stuff, just figuring things out together, how to better play as a team. But I had met jerks, you know, like, I'm grateful for the nice people, and the jerks is just like whatever, but like an experience like this, like really being the target of an attack by people who are basically elitists, you know. All they do is grind that gear, and there's nothing wrong with grinding gear, but don't be elitist about it. Don't mock people who have lower
100%.
tier gear. Don't degrade them. Don't attack them. You know, don't think you're a better person and it gives you the right to bully other people just because your gear in the game is better. I was really upset about
I
it.
agree.
I'm baffled. I don't know who those players are. I don't know who's behind the computer screen, how old they are, where they're from, or anything like that. I'm just judging these players by the way they treated me. And it was downright bullying, and that's downright wrong. There we go.
She done laid down the law, so y'all better be in shape, right? Stand up to attention, y'all. She gonna take you out. And I mean that sincerely. I fear her. My beard doesn't, but I do.
Thank the maker. Dragon Age 4 single player. I like Swtor. I like some of the multiplayer aspects, but I just prefer to take my time in a game, to play at my pace, to enjoy things. I like to take my time. When you go around bad guys, it takes me longer than everyone else. You know, it just, I told you to strap in. Let me know what your experiences are. Have you been bullied and been the target of an attack like that?
I will say I will answer your question, madam. Yes, I will. No. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I view life so indifferently, and I don't know why, but I just do. But, you run into these people. I've run into these people who are like, oh my god, look at what Gary... Like, I will say, the best experience I ever had in an MMO was in World of Warcraft. I was brand new to it, right? Like, this is 14 freaking years ago. And I'm still playing, right? Obviously, I do content for World of Warcraft as well. But I remember I was a young, strapping little druid, and I ran into Stormwind City, and I was out there. There's tons of people outside the gates doing their things, because that's where they're meeting to go group up and do stuff. And someone inspected my gear, and someone whispered me, and actually very nicely said, dude, your gear is shit. Are you brand new? And I'm like, yes. And you're like, oh my god, yes I am. And they're like, these are the stats you need for being a druid, intellect and whatnot. You're just doing armor. And that's all I was used to, was thinking, I see bigger armor number, that means me more powerful. My tune was like getting a child dressed and they looked like a freaking Pollock. That's how bad it was. That was my introduction into the MMO world. Now, I had been in other MMOs, Ebony being one of them. A lot of drama in that one, holy crap. But yes, I've run into the douche canoe here and there, but then I just learned, and I don't know, it's because I'm a content creator, I've been doing this for so long, or I just stopped caring so long ago. That I mean, yeah, sometimes it bothers me and I really want to like latch on and go like, well, I'm right and you suck. But then I just have to, calm myself, go with my training, like, you don't need to fight this battle. It's not going to go anywhere. Just stop. So, yes. But I know other people have. If you have, put your comments in the comment section below. We'll talk about it down there.
And did you recognize that it was bullying when it happened to you? Let me know. Let's have this discussion. Let's share our experiences.
Which I think is very important. I think it's important that people talk about this. People, instead of holding it all in, that's the biggest problem. I mean, we can go down a rabbit hole on that one, right? But we can talk about it. We can talk about, like, I'm obviously, her place is a safe space, even though I hate using that term. Mine is a safe area for everyone to come to. You have different communities, different platforms of a lot of like-minded people. Everyone here knows it's going to be safe, and everyone's going to pretty much treat everyone civilly. And if they don't, I deal with them, and then the hand of Odin comes down upon them, and then it's just not the same after that. They walk differently.
For multiplayer, whether it's in Swtor or WoW or Fortnite or any other game,
Fortnite.
Let me know your experiences.
Hey, I used to play Fortnite, and my best round was about 19 kills as a sniper in one round. That's right. I just camped and shot people. It was fun. It was great. I love Fortnite. I can't build to save my life at all. So that's why I enjoyed Apex Legends far better, because I didn't have to build anything.
In the comments below. And let's share some tips and tricks on how to deal with bullies and just figure out. I know now that I shouldn't argue, and at the first sign of someone like, I should probably just leave the group or just ignore them. But
most important rule.
Yeah, it's in the moment you're caught off guard. I fell into the justification trap, and I once I knew what was going on, I left the group. It was like, it was intense. I really felt it. I'm still feeling it, and now I'm repeating myself, which is one of my trademarks. Anyway, like this video if you like it. A like does not mean you like what happened to me. A like means that you enjoyed me sharing about it.
That'd be bad if you're like, hey, if you liked what happened to me, make sure you hit the like button. Problem is, there'll be a lot of people like, hell yeah, I like what happened to you. So I'm looking right now. She's got 27 likes on this video and 11 dislikes. So there are 11 douche canoes out there who liked what happened to her.
Experiences too. Subscribe to be Jimmy approved if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you all soon. Maseranas.
Cool.
If you're new here and you like my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications.
Okay, well.
Like it if you like it. For the like it if you like it then.
Everyone, I want you to do exactly what she says, and I want everyone to start dancing like her as well. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Make sure you like her content. I'll leave a link and all that jazz below in the comment section here. And follow her on all the socials, whatever she's on. Twitter, YouTube, MySpace. I don't know. Is MySpace even a thing anymore? I mean, whatever. Go do all the things for her and tell her that the beard Boomy sent you.
You can also follow my website, binkyproductions.com, where I post everything from all my channels. Exclusive! If you want to support me, consider buying my book, Stardust Destiny's 1.
She's got a book. I'm going to look into
Magic,
that. I might buy it.
Dragons, Fantasy.
I love
all
book.
relevant links below.
I love book. I love books.
Thank you so much for your time. Your continued viewership is very much appreciated. Maseranas.
So Binky Productions, there you go, my friends. Anyway, so I think this was fun. I enjoyed reacting to it. I thought this was fun. If you want me to react to other things down the road, party on, let me know. Put it in the Discord or just, you know, there's so many different ways to get a hold of me. Yeah, so I think what we've learned is the principle of the whole story is just walk away. Just walk away. If you find yourself in a situation where there's a bunch of douche canoes that are triggering a reaction from you, maybe past experiences that you've gone through like she did, or other things like that, and you start recognizing that, the best thing to do, don't feed the trolls, walk away. And yes, no matter how much training you've had, no matter who you think you might be, there's always going to come a time when we fall into this pit. It's going to happen. If you say it's never going to happen, you're going to fall a lot more. So just recognize the signs. If you get in this situation, run screaming, get out, don't feed the trolls, you'll be fine. But like I said, my friends, make sure you go to all her things on here. Like I said, I'll put all the links and all that jazz down below. Tell her that Boomy sent you, and yeah, I like this. We might do more reactions down the road, so you know what to do on there. Put your comments in the comment section below. We'll keep the conversation going on down there. Make sure you hit the like button, the share button, the bell notification buttons. I should have done this live. Maybe next time maybe if I do reactions, I will do reactions live. If that's the thing you want to do, pound that like button. And let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Become part of the family here at BoomyNation, the Freak Show YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And as always, my friends, remember to be kind. It's about community. And don't forget to spay and neuter your Wookiees. We'll see you later, my friends. Good day.